Jay.
Hi, I'm Vernon, and these are.
Our unspoken rules in our relationship. Number one, we make God like the primary focus in our relationship. Like we've made that very clear from the beginning.
Yeah, I totally agree with that because I think the first thing I mentioned when we started dating was,
Before we even started dating.
before we even started dating, actually, sorry, yeah. I mentioned and asked her what her beliefs are and all of that because to me they're deal breakers. Like, if we are not on the same page in terms of belief, then we cannot be together. So I'm glad we're on the same page and I'm glad we share the same belief, which strengthens us and, removes all arguments because now we don't have to argue about who God is and where He comes from and all of that.
I think one of the things like we in the beginning I was still finding my way with my belief.
Mm-hmm.
So he helped me center a lot of my insurity, but it was like an adamant thing that my belief be my belief, and it's not a thing where I only believe because I wanted to be with him, and we had to like work through a lot to get us here. So I think that's like a pretty cool thing for us to have been through.
Rule number 2 is she doesn't go out with other men. I mean, that's pretty much simple, right, babe?
Yeah, no, definitely. I don't do male best friends. I don't like go out with other men. I don't even think I've ever gone out in like groups with other men, even if we started dating.
Mm-hmm.
I think the one time it happened, you're like, nah, cut that. But I think it's explanatory. It's like out of respect for him and out of respect for our relationship. It's you don't do male best friends same way he doesn't do female best friends. We don't do that.
Yeah, no, we don't. Rule number 3.
We never go to sleep without saying goodnight. Like, we've never actually gone to sleep without saying goodnight.
That's actually true. And how long have we been dating?
For like 9 months. So every single day for 9 months, we've never gone to sleep. Even before we started dating, like that week period, we've never gone to sleep without saying goodnight. We've never missed a day without saying such a thing. Like, it's always a pattern. Even if we're angry at each other or like I'm hurt, you're hurt, like we don't go to sleep without saying goodnight.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I think it's also important because like you carry on the problems to the next day if you do that, especially when there's an argument that happened and now that's the reason you guys are not saying goodnight to each other.
Like, that's the person you love. Even if you're mad at them, say goodnight.
Exactly. So yeah. Rule number 4, we don't go a day without calling each other, right? Yeah, and why do you think it's that? Why do you think it's important?
For me personally, I know it comes from a place of unsurety. So if I don't talk to you, I'm not sure if we're in a good place. I'm an overthinker. So I'm also an anxious attached person. Like, if I don't, like, most of the time, actually, I don't even text you. I'll call you. I used to send you a lot of voice notes, remember? And then when we started dating, I was like, nah, I'm gonna even the littlest things, like I'm going to call you for the littlest thing. And I think it's just like that's our way we communicate.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, like she literally called me before we even started dating. Like we literally met right online
on a Monday.
And then that same night she was literally like, nah, screw this, I'm gonna call this guy. And then she called me and I was like, okay, that caught me off guard, but she was serious. Like, just to even spoil you guys a bit, like she even said we're soulmates before we even made it official.
I said we're soulmates within like 2 hours of us texting. I promise you, I told him like, yo, I think we were talking for a good 2 hours or so, and I was like, you know what I think? And you're like, what? I'm like, I think we're soulmates. And you're like, lol. Yeah, sure, we'll see about that.
That was hectic.
I knew it.
She guessed it though, I won't lie.
It was right. I was right.
Was that the first time you said that to someone?
Yeah. Because I was like, nah, I know this. Within 2 hours, there's no way. I knew what I wanted and I was going to get it.
Alright. So, Rule number 5, we don't go through each other's phones. I mean, to me, that's pretty much self explanatory and simple to understand. And it's not really that you're hiding anything, it's just that for me, I still feel like because we're together, we're always sharing things. As a person, you need balance, and there needs to be some things where you don't share and it's still private to you. Now, whether you don't trust your partner, then that's another situation, because to me I look at it like, okay, you shouldn't find anything on my phone, but you still shouldn't go to my phone, you know. So it's all about trust at the end of the day, but not everybody can do this. I know a lot of girls who look on their, girls phones. I know a lot of guys who do the same thing. So it's a trust thing. I don't know what you have to say about that.
I think with me, I was the first relationship where I've never felt the need to touch somebody's phone. And it's like because I feel secure. I think if you feel secure in a relationship, you're never gonna be like, I wonder what's going on in this. I'm not like the first week, 2 weeks of us dating, I was like, I don't trust you yet enough to like why are you hiding your phone, right? But the longer we went, that didn't even click for me. Like, yo, your phone.
Yeah.
I think you trust me. I think people are paranoid about phones, but you trust me with so much more than your phone. You trust me with like so many things.
Exactly.
The phone is like the last thing I'm like worried about. So I think it's just a matter of trust in who you're choosing to give that trust to. And for my girls, I know the girls, it's literally because the guy does not make them feel secure in the relationship. If a guy doesn't make you feel secure, you're gonna always wanna know what he's up to.
What's going on?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. It's simple. We don't go through each other's phones, even though there's nothing. Right.
Rule number 6, his money is my money. Within reason, though. Within reason. Yeah, but yeah, his money is my money within reason.
Why do you say that?
I think when I say within reason, it's because I don't know why, but it's my money. Okay, I know why.
That's another good explanation.
I know why, actually. I know why.
Why?
Right? You're my boyfriend. You're a provider. And he's providing for me. When I say within reason, I don't mean in the sense of he's going to give me his card and I'm just going to go on this shopping spree to buy random things. Mm-hmm. I mean in the sense of if I'm in an emergency, I know I can count on you to help me out. Like when I was sick, literally. Mm-hmm. And then he took me to the doctor and paid for me to go to the doctor. And also I think it might be because you literally make like way more than me. So it's like you more lean into being the provider, but I think it's more of just trusting the person you're with and just trusting him to be a provider. But I think it becomes a problem when you're dependent on the person financially. I think when you do that, right, because I still have my own independence with my money, and then I try and be as responsible as possible. I'm only just a girl. Sometimes I make mistakes. I'm only just a girl. But I think I try to be as responsible with it, but I just think you also try and help wherever you can.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think to me, it just boils down to the point where if you have the money, we're gonna use your money. Like, it's simple, right? So I can also say your money is my money, right? I mean, if I want you to buy me things when you're at work, right, and I'm working at home, then sometimes you buy with your money, right?
Yeah.
If you can't afford it, I send you my money, right? So at the end of the day, I can also say it's my money because I just literally told you to buy something and you bought it with your money, right? So it's really just a trust thing again. As we continue this, you'll see that a lot of things are based on trust. If it has nothing to do with trust, then good luck. Rule number 7, we plan out our finances together every single month, right? And for me, it pretty much goes with the previous rule. Um, if we're gonna spend money, we need to know how much we're spending, first of all, and what are we prioritizing, right? As a guy, I'm still building myself up, right? So I'm not gonna just spend money recklessly because I need to invest in myself as well, and I need to invest in us at the same time. So knowing, okay, this is our budget for dates, right? And then we can put this amount of money together. And trust me, by the way, people think dating is actually costly when it's not. So
Mm.
for me, I don't view dating as costly because if you think about it, how much would you say we're spending in a month? Like
On a
on
normal
us,
month.
2,000 rand, right?
Yeah, because I think it's also like we don't we don't drink. I think most people that drink end up spending money a lot on alcohol and like
Yeah,
fast food. We don't even eat fast food like that. So we
true.
like mostly go out only on Sundays. So when we plan out our finances, because it's easy to do that because we both get paid on the same day. Like
Mm.
so, I learned that with you because I've never done that with anybody. Like if any partner,
Really?
if I need to sit down and actually plan out, it was always like they do whatever they're doing and then we see how we
Mm.
bring it together. But with you, it's like we bring everything together. We discuss, okay, how much do we have and how much are we allocating to this and that. I think it's like with me, obviously, mine can be a little bit more restricted because I live by myself and groceries, transport to go to
Yeah,
work,
facts.
right? So, but when we talk about it, it helps us learn to be responsible, and I think it helps in a lot of ways, mainly because we're building towards something, and if we're spending money recklessly now, we're gonna be spending money recklessly when we start living together or when we, you know, start deciding, okay, we want to start a family. So I think it's good to build these habits now.
Yeah,
But I think on a good day, like on a month, we were pretty responsible with money,
yeah. Nah, I agree.
and
You
it's all
wanna?
about planning. We're good planners. Rule number 8: I'm not allowed to leave the house without my pepper spray.
Never.
He will remind me every time. Anytime I'm telling him, hey, I'm about to leave the house, do you have your pepper spray? When
Exactly.
I'm out, are you sure you have your pepper spray? Babe, don't forget your pepper spray. Like, I'm not allowed to leave the house without my pepper spray. And I think it's self explanatory being in like where we live. South
Mm.
Africa is not safe for women. And
Especially South Africa.
yeah, and especially the fact like I walk, I like go to work and I take taxis and I walk to like a certain distance.
Yeah.
So it like I think it was around winter when it was really dark, and I
Dark,
told
yeah.
you like, yeah, the place I'm working to, because he used to take me to work sometimes, but it's like he
Mm.
also has his own things in the morning, so it happens that he's in a meeting
Yeah.
and he can't take me. So it's like at least a little bit of safety. You know, some people actually laugh at me that I carry pepper spray. They're like, "What are
Really?
you gonna do with pepper spray?" I'm like, dude, it's just for safety. And I actually love that he reminds me because I can be forgetful. Like how many times have I left it in a bolt
Bruh.
or in a Uber?
Uh, and then I
I
get
felt so
calls like,
frustrated.
yo, whose pepper spray is
I'm
this?
sorry. But you know, it's a nice thing. They always bring it back. I've only ever had to buy one, and I have it all the time. They've always
Yeah.
brought it back,
Yeah.
and I've never had to use it. And I love the fact that like having it on me and still never having to use it. Because one day I might have to use it and I won't have it on me. So it's I appreciate that you always remind me to carry it. Love you, baby.
Love you, babe. Nah, I think pepper spray is sort of like the least I can do. Honestly, if I could, I'll get her a gun, honestly. Because this world is so not safe. But obviously, a gun for her would be more dangerous because the more people know she has one, she might even get robbed of that. And not only that, she's also not comfortable holding a gun. So a pepper spray is the best thing because at the end of the day, you cannot protect women all the time. Like sometimes you're at work, sometimes you're traveling, sometimes you're far from her. She might literally say, I'm going to buy some bread, and then you get mugged, right?
Yeah.
So you need to take your pepper spray every single time. And it's not only with you, actually, with my mom, actually, I do the same. Because in my head, it's like if a woman is out, the first thing I think of is her safety. So I ask her, where is she going? If that place is, you know, a bit shaky, then I tell her straight up like, yo, this is not a good place to go, blah 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 blah. Why you going there? And I think that's how we should protect our women, right? Because we can't always be next to them physically. So pepper spray actually helps, eh? Sometimes you don't even have to use it. Once people see that you have it,
Get back off.
they just back off. So yeah, I mean it burns. If you've ever like inhaled or like had it in your eyes, you'd know. So yeah.
Rule number 9: he pays for most dates unless it's big expenses.
Yeah. To me, I think that's common sense, honestly.
I think people believe in 50-50, so you'll be on a date. It's like, let's say we're at a cafe, the waiter brings the check and is like, babe, send me half of it, and I'll send you half of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, most people do that. Or like, they're buying ice cream, like, how much is yours? 20 rand. How much is mine? 15. You'll send me your 20 rand. Like, they cut
You
it
know-
down the middle every
You
time.
know, in Japan, they actually do that. And if you don't, if you actually decide to pay for the woman, like, she actually gets offended.
Really.
Because, like, in their culture or their country, they're actually used to providing
Mhm.
the woman as well. So it feels offensive to them if you decide to offer to pay their bill.
Oh yeah, I've heard about that.
Yeah.
Like, you can't pay for,
Yeah,
and also you can't tip. They don't want to tip. Like, there's like, we get
Exactly.
paid enough. You literally just paid me to do my job. Why you paying me more?
Exactly.
I think you said it before. It's like, you believe in 100, 50 doesn't exist in a relationship.
Yeah, it doesn't. Because 100 basically means, yo, if I'm running on low fuel right now, you got me 100%, not just 50%. You got me 100%. And if she's running on low fuel, I got you 100%, and we'll work it out. So for me, that's just common sense. Honestly, dating just needs common sense. It's not really rocket science, guys. Like, you just need common sense and actually think for the person you're dating. If it's reasonable, then go with it. If it's not, tell
Talk
that
about
person.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't make sense to me, you know. So, rule number 10: we never raise our voice to each other during fights. Want to start with that one?
I've had a problem with doing that before, right?
Sure.
I think it's like, it also comes from like my past relationship, because I have a lot of past relationship traumas and I built a lot of bad habits in them. I used to have to like raise my voice to be heard, and with you being you and us being us, I've been taught mina ngeke ngimamele mawuras. Basically, like, he's not gonna entertain me shouting. He's not gonna entertain me swearing. I had a serious swearing problem. But it's a healthy thing, because I mean, you're helping me realize my bad habits. Because I think shouting at each other when you're fighting, nobody's gonna hear anything. You're just gonna hear the tone the person's coming at you with, and you're defending the tone more than you're defending the words. So you feel like you want to defend yourself, even though the words might not be aggressive.
Yeah.
So I think if you're going to have an argument with your partner, if you're like somebody that gets angry, because I know there are people that get really angry, ask time to cool down, come back, and then talk about it. I know for some women it might be hard. It also would be hard for me, because when we're fighting, I would want to talk about it now.
Yeah.
Let's fix this now.
Now.
Because
get it over and done with now.
the longer you're away, the longer I get anxious. And I go from being angry to, oh my God, what
Panicking.
panicking. Like, what if he doesn't want me because I'm upset?
Yeah.
And the thing is, it comes from trusting your partner and trusting that, building communication. I think communication is so important.
It is. It is. Yeah, no, I don't believe in raising my voice as well. For the men, it's worse, actually. If you raise your voice to a woman as a man, I think you're putting yourself on her level, which is not a bad thing. Her level is not a bad thing, but the problem is the man is the head and the woman is the neck, right? So he still needs to lead even during a tough time, right? Like a argument. So if you are literally putting yourself on her level, then who's gonna be the head to actually control this whole conversation and find a solution to it? So that's why I never raise my voice to women, honestly, and it's just tiring, to be honest. And you end up just saying things you gonna regret. Um, but you can still say those things, even though you're not shouting. I've said like things that that hurt you, and they were not cool, even though I wasn't shouting at you. But yeah, it's just all about being aware. So it just imagine adding shouting on top of that, like it's just a huge mess.
Rule number 11, we fix things the same day. We don't go to sleep angry, right? I think it happened once that we've done that, and I didn't sleep. Yo, I did not sleep. I did not sleep. Yeah, that I remember that night so vividly. I was like, yo, I'm counting the hours. I know he's waking up at 6:30. 6:30, I'm calling him. We're talking. Mind you, I have work in the morning. I'm calling him and we're talking about this thing now before I go to work because I know.
Yeah.
Because I don't like sleeping angry because I won't sleep. For me, I know is that I won't sleep. I'm gonna just replay the situation.
You don't have peace.
I won't have peace, and also I'm gonna be emotional the whole night. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna like start forming scenarios that have no existence in my head. I'm like, I think at the time, keep in mind you did nothing wrong at the time. Like you're not like in the scenario, but in my head I'm like, yo, what if he's so angry at me like he found texting another girl? I'm like, I'm coming up with like the most ridiculous scenarios, and I'm being paranoid because the fighting got to me. Now I'm like so paranoid about everything. But I think the best thing you do is try and fix things that night. Don't go to sleep angry.
You know what's funny? I actually learned that from you because I don't mind going to sleep angry. I can actually just say, yo, bro, you know what? Like, I will talk about this tomorrow, but I need my sleep right now. Right? Because I think it's sort of like I can, logically, for me, it's easy to separate the sleep and the problem, right? So that's why I could literally sleep when I had exams tomorrow, because I need my sleep, bro. Screw the exams, you know. So yeah, I think I learned that from you, and yeah, I totally agree with you. Like it's never good to go to sleep angry.
Funny thing, I've learned that going to sleep angry, and you in the morning you're like, "Ah, it's fine." Then next time you fight, you're gonna bring that thing back up because it's unresolved.
It's not solved, yeah.
So it's like festers. Unresolved issues tend to fester.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rule number 12, we end every call with
I love you.
I love you too, babe. Yeah, we end every call with I love you. That's just what baddies these days say. Period. It's a period. You feel me? It's a period because, like the call doesn't feel the same without saying it. When you like really have been dating for a long time, it just feels
like you're missing something.
Yeah, right. A full stop, right? A period. So that's our period basically. Like we just have to say it, otherwise.
Like we'll even call each other like, yo, you didn't say I love you. Like, nah, I said it. The calls are like, maybe you didn't hear me. Like we'll actually call each other just like, okay, sure, are you sure you love me?
Yeah.
But we don't end the call, and I love that about us. Like every single day, I don't think there's ever been a day we don't say I love you. Number 13. He's allergic to peanuts, so I have not eaten a peanut since we started dating. Like, since the day you told me you're allergic to peanuts, I've not eaten anything that has any, like, type of nut.
Really?
Yeah. I love peanut. I love peanut butter, especially.
Yeah.
I think I've told you this.
You told me, yeah.
But I think in the sense of, I could literally see him any given time.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes he'll pop up at work and he'll kiss me, and even, like, the slightest touch or the smell of peanuts can make you sick.
Yeah.
And it can even kill you. So it was just so easy for me to be like, you know what? Even though I enjoy this thing, my partner, it's a risk to my partner, so it's gotta go. And I've been fine. Even in Joburg, I couldn't put my grandmother was like she was like, oh, there's bread and peanut butter, because she's like, I know you like it. I'm like, I don't eat peanut butter anymore.
She was probably like, this person is crazy.
A lot of people have said that. It's like, Jabu, he's not here. I'm like, yeah, but I could literally see him at any time. So I don't want to put myself in a situation where I get you sick. So
Yeah.
I just prefer not doing anything.
And just in case you guys watching and you're like, Jay, blink twice if you're kidnapped. Like, she can blink twice. Like, nobody's kidnapping her. I'm not making her do all these things. She willingly decided to do that. I just found out recently that she literally stopped eating what I'm allergic to. So it's her decision. Don't worry, guys.
Free will.
Yeah, it's her free will. Okay, rule number 14. We never joke about breaking up. Okay, yeah, no, this one was a problem I had, to be honest. But I wasn't joking. It was more like weaponizing it. And yeah, it did a bit of damage to her. So yeah, it wasn't right of me. Um, sometimes that's basically what I was talking about as to when I was saying the things that I told her that even though I told her in a calm manner or whatever, like they're still hurting. Like those things will still hurt you and make you feel some type of way and insecure, which is wrong because she could basically do the same thing to me. So yeah, we never joke about breaking up ever, ever, ever.
Yeah. I also think I always find it weird when you have couples that are like, wait when I get low damper, or like they're pranking each other, like a breakup prank, and it's like, bruh, I know if I ever pranked you like that, you know, because we don't joke like that, right? And I think it's important to know that there's certain things that you should be doing in a relationship, and I think it's not even just for the sake of like it's funny, haha, but it's respecting your relationship and understanding that some jokes are not funny to me because I think words manifest.
Mm.
And that's something that you've taught me, that words will manifest into reality. So when you keep joking about like breaking up, you're putting that out into the world, and that's not like anything that I want with us.
Yeah. Rule number 15. I have a say to her hair, nails, and how she dresses. Before I give my thoughts, I'd just like her to enlighten you guys on it before you switch off this video.
For me, it's pretty self-explanatory. You're my partner, and even though I have my own personal sense of style, and I want to be attractive to you, so I do want you to have a say in like my hair. Every time I get my hair done, I'll literally run everything by him. Not because like I need to get you approval on it, but also I need to know that you like it as well as much as I do. If you don't like it, honestly, if he doesn't like it, majority of the time I'll change it. I will find a different one like that we both like agree on. Same thing with my nails, especially the way I dress, because I believe, and I think a lot of women tend to not do this, especially if they don't want to be submissive to a man, because that's what I think I am submissive to my boyfriend, in the sense of like I let him lead, and when you let a man lead, the way you present yourself says a lot about how he treats you and says a lot about him also. So if I'm wearing like a mini skirt and like there's nothing wrong with wearing a mini skirt, right? But if I'm wearing a mini skirt and like my cleavage is out 24/7, especially when I'm not with you or even when I'm with you, it says a lot that like, I'm not only trying to dress for you, but I'm also dressing for other people. And it's one thing, you can't dress like that for yourself, but being a woman is also understanding that even when you dress like that for yourself, the eyes are still going to be on you, and I don't want those eyes to be like, yeah, this is the type of woman that he's gonna. I don't want to insult anybody, but to me, honestly, I need to be modest, and that just comes from like being a Christian woman and being understanding that when I present myself modestly, I present myself as respectful to him, because at the end of the day, I believe that he's the only man that should be seeing certain parts of me, right? So there are times when I'm like, I'll wear a tight dress or I'll wear like my cleavage, but I try to keep it as modest as possible. And the only time I'll like be even a little bit more exposed is when I'm with you, because even then I was like, your presence, nobody's gonna approach me within your presence.
Yeah.
And it's the energy you carry as well.
Yeah.
So if you have a problem with having your boyfriend say have a say in anything you wear, I think it just with most women it comes from a fear of being controlled. I don't think you're being controlled. I do think you're a strict boyfriend though, but I think it's strict in a loving way to a point where it's protective, and I choose to do that. At the end of the day, it comes down to choices. And my choice is to be submissive to you. My choice is to have you help discuss with me how I dress.
Yeah. And when she says strict boyfriend, it just means I'm straightforward. So basically, like if I don't agree with anything, I'll tell you, and then you make that decision whether you want to do it or not, right? But I believe in always giving you that decision. So going back to the hair, nails, and how she dresses up, to me, I always tell you like, yo, if you wanna wear it. Just know I won't like it, right? So, and it's not that thing of I'm blackmailing her or guilt tripping her or anything. Basically, she wants to be as attractive as she can for me, and I want to be the best man as I can be for her, right? So, honestly, it's not asking for too much. To be honest, it should even come to a point where you should not even ask for that, because the moment you start asking for such things, okay, babe, wear like this, dress like this, you feel like you're controlling the person. And I don't like dating a robot. So I'd rather go for someone who naturally wants to be submissive, naturally wants to dress modestly and, not show a lot of her parts. So that's how I view it, and that's how I go with it. So yeah, it's not really rocket science. It's just communication thing where you understand what another person wants, and you just go with it. If you agree with it, if you don't, then you don't.
It's a decision you choose not to do.
Exactly. Okay, so rule number 16: we do not disagree in public. We criticize in private. I think this is a rule every couple should honestly follow, otherwise it makes things worse. I remember when we had a disagreement that night. You said you didn't sleep. When that argument started, she literally kept quiet the whole road, like in the car, and we literally spoke about it. um, that was like the next day, right? But that was literally the only time we literally kept the situation to the next day. After that, we didn't. But yeah, she decided she's not gonna fight with me in front of my friends, um, argue with me. She just literally kept quiet. And
I think
didn't
it
say a
was
word.
very hard for me to do that, hey, because I'm a naturally argumentative person. So I had to learn to bite my tongue, and in that moment, honestly, I'm gonna tell you one thing, which is something my mom also told me. Ne, you can't say certain things around everybody. So in that moment, I had to remind myself, I need to hold myself back, because if it was like another time, right, when I was like less, I think you found me in a perfect time where I was like getting more mature, right? And another time, I would have literally argued with you in that moment when you hadn't like made me upset. But I was also in a point where I was growing, and I decided, because you can make this decision, because I know it's hard to make decisions when you're angry in that moment. But I took a breath and I thought to myself, you know what, this is not an argument worth having, especially since we're in front of other people. This is not an argument worth having in front of other people. And I think it was also from the thing of, when you keep quiet and you wait till you guys are alone, you're able to be more honest about what is bothering you, because when there are other people around, you need to put on a show, even though you don't think, but you feel like you need to put on a show. So I don't want
their
that.
ego.
Exactly. Like you as a woman, you end up feeling like, nah, I can't let this man, talk to me like this in front of other people. But it's also understanding that you also need to protect your relationship in front of other people.
Yeah, no, true.
Rule number 17, I don't drive.
Yeah.
I can't drive.
That needs to change.
But I will get my license. I will get my license now. But even when I do, I won't drive. I think driving, to me, seeing a woman drive when there's a man, and this is gonna sound so sexist, but it's fine. Seeing a woman drive when there's a man, it feels so wrong, because even with my parents, I think I said with my parents, my mother doesn't drive. The only time you'll see my mother drive is if maybe my father's like tired. And even then, he doesn't want her to drive. Like, it's when we have no option. But I don't believe a woman should drive when she's with her man. Because I think it all goes back to just letting you lead. And there's certain things that are physical acts of leadership that I prefer you to do. So it's like, I will get my license. I promise you, I will get my license. Because sometimes it does happen. Like, sometimes you're sick and we're both stranded. But I think it's important that you learn how to drive. Yes, you know how to drive. But I will not touch a steering wheel. For as long as he is healthy and alishapo, I'm not going to drive. I'm passenger princess for life.
I can't blame on that one. And rule number 18, we apologize and take accountability. That one is important because, like, I think it's even harder for women, honestly speaking. Like, she makes excuses for the dumbest things ever. Like, what was that time when, like, there was I asked you prices for Sensodyne there at Boxer, and then you literally gave me we were literally arguing about the price, and then I was right, and then you said, oh nah, it's not my fault, he put the wrong price in.
Yeah, but like, I was talking to the packer. It wasn't even a random guy. It was like Simon was right there. Simon is insisting like the 2-pack is the cheapest one.
Yeah.
And he's like, nah, you see, it's on promotion. We're both looking at the big number in front of us, it's on promotion, right? We're not thinking that, let's look at the 1-packs and how much they are.
Yeah.
Until you're like, babe, what is this plus this? I'm like, it's this. What is that? The 2-pack. I'm like, it's that. And you're like, do you see where you're going? I'm like, no, babe. Like, no, it wasn't me.
Funny thing is, like, you also agreed with the packer, but then all of a sudden it's like, it's his fault. So for women, it's the hardest thing ever.
But I think
for guys, I think the disadvantage is, like, sometimes they'll just like to like just get over it, and then for women, they don't want to admit it. So it's a thing that men and women struggle with, taking accountability. But I think at the end of the day, you just gotta do it if you're really serious about owning things up, because the less you do that, the more people won't trust you, because they won't know if you're gonna switch stance or not, because basically if you're avoiding to take accountability, that's what you're basically doing.
Do you think I at least am able to take accountability when it's like in serious situations, or if I'm wrong?
Yeah, no, definitely that I'll give you credit. Yeah, you do.
I think
you don't play there. You're like quick to accountability.
I think when I'm wrong, like especially in the big things, I will admit that I'm wrong.
Yeah.
I don't want to be the type of woman that wants to be right in every situation. If it's like dumb things like toothpaste, guys, I can give you a headache a bit,
Yeah.
Like even now when we were coming in, I was like, no, our room is that way. You're like, babe, our room is here. I'm looking at our room. I'm like, babe. But I think when it comes to like serious things, especially when you're like, I don't like what you did, and this is what you did, I will like, okay, if I don't understand what is it that I did wrong, I would rather understand, ask you, explain it to me, we talk about it. And then when I realize that I am wrong, I take accountability and I figure out how we move forward in there. When you take accountability, it solves 99% of your fights as a couple. It prevents bringing things
and
back up.
And it makes you the matured one.
Yeah.
As well.
I'm the matured one, guys.
Yo, I'm owning up. Yo, what?
I'm the matured one.
Yeah, in our dreams. The next question, let's go.
I cook. He just stands there for comfort.
Yeah, nah. Trust me, we actually tried cooking together and
it almost ended in a fight. Yeah. No, because I enjoy cooking. Like one of my love languages is just having cooking for him. So when we're cooking, I want to be the one that does it, and I want to be the one that serves you the food that I cook, right? Not that I don't want him in the kitchen, but I want him there. I want to see him, but I don't want him touching. I don't want him touching anything. I think the first time I ever cooked for you, you were not sure, and you're like, babe, remember, I don't eat. I'm like, hey, I know your allergies. I know you don't eat this. Trust me. I'm gonna, and then I think it's just sort of like learning each other in each other's spaces. But yeah, for me personally, if I'm in the kitchen, I want him around me, but I don't want him touching anything I'm doing. That's just for me.
Yeah, to be honest, I fully agree with that. I can cook myself, but not as good as her, obviously, just to basically survive in the jungle, right? So yeah. Anyway,
last one.
We finally to the end. Do you want to say this one or should I say it?
No, you say it.
Alright, so rule number 20, we have online date nights on Discord. These are the best. Currently, we haven't had them because our series is on pause. But to me, because we don't see each other every single day, we still make sure we want to watch a movie or something that,
it's quality time.
Yeah, we spend time together and then talk about the movie that we watched afterwards, right? I know to most people this may be boring, honestly, but this is for me the best way to bond when you're not with someone. So we find all these things we can attach ourselves to in order to create a bond. Because if we only bond on drinks or fun or whatever, it's not really a pleasant thing, because first of all, everybody does it. So one of our favorite things is actually watching series on Discord or a movie, and then talking about the movie or episode afterwards and discussing what happened, what will happen on the next episode and all of that.
We'll pause and be like, do you think you know who did this?
Yeah.
It's like, but I think also it goes back to like why we say dating is not expensive. Exactly. Because we literally, a lot of the things that we do that spend quality time with each other,
it's
free like and then most people would be like, nah, it's because you guys are young and you don't have the money. I think, bruh, if we wanted to go out every night, we could. We could. It's just that A, we're not not those type of people. B, we enjoy quality time no matter the type of format it comes in. And I love the fact that you found a way to connect us on Discord, because I've been trying to figure it out for like months. And
remember we tried it on Google
Zoom.
Meet.
Zoom, and it didn't work out because it was lagging. But so it's like I get to feel like I'm exactly with you, and I think it works for long distance relationships, even though we're not long distances. But it would work perfectly for people with long distance relationships.
Anyway,
these are our rules.
These are our rules. We came to an end of a great episode.
Thank you.
Especially for the first one, right?
Right.
Hopefully there's gonna be more episodes.
Thank you for tuning in.
If you guys kill it in the comments and like this video, who knows, we might even, do the next episode as well and take it from there on.
I don't even know if we have a name for our segment yet. We don't, hey?
Yeah, nah, not yet.
But
we'll leave it to you guys. If this video becomes a success, then trust me.
Yeah.
We will start taking this even more serious.
You can check us out also on TikTok, right? So you can check out we have short form content on there. The link will be in the description. But I really enjoyed this, and I can't wait to have more episodes like this.
Yeah, no, this is great. So yeah, these are our rules.